Okay, how we doing?
We're good.
We starting? We rolling?
Yes.
We're started? All right. Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to the longest title in webinar history, 5 strategies for cracking the code in social media for network marketing. Longest ever. If you can remember it, you get a prize. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. We're going to talk for the next hour or so. We're going to talk about some strategies to be able to grow your network marketing business utilizing social media. And we're also going to be talking about the do's and the don'ts, some of the things that you need to avoid, some of the things that you need to pursue. And I've been utilizing social media seriously now for about, since 2009. So whatever that is. 2009, seriously, okay? And I've learned a lot personally in growing my brand on social media. And I haven't used social media to convert prospects into recruits in my downline because I'm retired from building as a distributor in the field. But the principles apply of being able to attract people into your community through various methods and then building on that relationship. And if there's an opportunity for people, then being able to offer it to them. I've told people for some time now, I come from the old school inside of network marketing that was pretty skeptical of distributors utilizing social media as the primary tool. In other words, people using it to avoid their fears of going out and talking to people, avoiding their fears of getting face-to-face, avoiding their fears of doing meetings, avoiding their fears of inviting people to their homes, and using this as an avoidance mechanism, right? The people go, oh, this is so great. I don't even have to talk to anybody I know. I'll just click buttons on my computer. This will be amazing. I'm so relieved because now I don't have to do this thing that scares me. I can hide behind my computer and can do that. So for many years, I utilized the approach of, I would tell people when they say, oh, social media, you know, the internet, I would say, listen, show me somebody who's making 7 figures a year, because lots of people can make 6 figures here and there, and they're not necessarily permanent. But the 7-figure earners are really stable. They're really long-term, right? So show me a 7-figure earner that's primarily built using social media. That's number 1. Number 2, I would always say, it might work for you and that's fine, but it doesn't really matter what works, it matters what duplicates. So trying to figure out what's going to duplicate within an organization was really important. Could you get it to duplicate? And for a lot of years, people weren't able to answer the question. People could make 6 figures, they couldn't make 7. People could get personal results, they couldn't get duplication. But recently that's changed. In the last 3-4 years, 3 years specifically, there's been a group of professionals that have come in and figured out how to blend old school tactics, face-to-face, belly-to-belly, build personal relationships, with new school strategies, high touch, high tech, put those two together. And they've used it to be able to grow 7-figure incomes. They've used it to be able to not only get results for themselves, but also duplication on their teams. And it's opened my eyes to being comfortable talking about and doing research on. So the last 18 months or so, I've done serious research. We spent a lot of money interviewing the top people utilizing social media inside of network marketing, trying to find out what they do, what they don't do. And today, I won't be able to give you everything that I know, there's no way. But I'm gonna give you a handful of tips and ideas, some of the lowest hanging fruit that'll get you started. And for those who are really serious about utilizing social media to be able to expand your business, at the end of this webinar, I'll give you an opportunity to go deeper if you want to be able to learn more about what these superstars are doing. But we'll cover as much as we can cover in an hour. I do value your time like I value my own. And I know the fact that you're here watching this says a lot about you. And I will tell you this, do yourself a favor, because we're so conditioned because of social media to get distracted by everything. Something pops up, we got to go look. Something bleeps, we got to go look. Something notifies us, we got to go look. Turn off all the other, tabs, your Facebook, your Twitter, everything else, your Instagram, your Snap, all that stuff. Turn off the notifications on your phone for just this hour and devote this time to you, okay? Turn off all the distractions, pull out some notes. We're going to learn some things together, okay? And that's part of the reason why we created this webinar, so you couldn't rewind and you couldn't replay, because we want you to focus. In a world that has a very short attention span, this is 1 hour for you to be able to invest in growing your business. So let's start by talking about the 3 things that we do in network marketing. If I was to boil down the 3 fundamental things that we do, 1, we sell quality products and services to consumers using word of mouth advertising. We educate the consumer as to a need that they may not even know that they have. And we provide products to them that solve that need. That's the one thing that we do that's fundamental to what we do. Now, second, we build a team of other distributors who are also doing what we do under number 1. So number 2, we build a team of other people who are moving products and services using word of mouth advertising, educating the consumer, right? So we're growing an ever expanding network of other people doing the same thing. That's where the leverage in network marketing comes in. And third, we work with our leadership to improve the productivity of that team. Because if there's one team of 100 people and there's another team of 100 people, one leader will get more productivity out of the group than the other leader might get. It's not the size of the team, it's the productivity of the team. So that's where leadership comes in, okay? So we move products and services using word of mouth advertising, educating the consumer. We grow an ever expanding network of other distributors doing the same thing, creating leverage, and we use our leadership to improve the productivity of the team. This is one tool that can help you, social media, I can say with confidence, can help you do all 3. All 3. 1, you can use social media, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to do it, to attract customers and to educate customers to your product or service. You can attract prospects and then educate them as to what it is that you have. So you can grow your customer base utilizing social media. 2, you can look for people like you that would like to do the same, that would like to have a business that they can build, moving products and services to their consumers and growing a network as well. And 3, this certainly can improve the productivity of the network that you're using. Just imagine everybody on your team has an extra 5 or 10 prospects that are highly interested in your business. Everybody on your team has 5 or 10, more than they have right now. And they have it in the next few days. All of a sudden, everybody's a little bit more enthusiastic. Everybody's taking a little bit more action. Now, compound that over the course of the next year, 2 years, 3 years, as technologies continue to advance. So, let me give you, just talk to you about what's happened in our world. And I think anybody who's been paying attention knows that the world that we live in has changed. You take a look at entertainment. Where do we get a big portion of our entertainment today? We get it online. We get it through high-speed internet. We get it on our smart devices. The television, take a look at what your kids are consuming. They're not consuming as much television as they used to consume. They consume whatever television that they want. They consume it on their devices. The world's changed when it comes to entertainment. When it comes to news, think about where you're getting your news. Where do you get your news, really? For the average person, they get it in their feed. They get it inside of their social media platforms. Third, games. It's not just for kids anymore. You know how many adults are just running around playing games all day, all night? Play it before they go to bed. Play it when they get up in the morning. Play it when they're in, on a subway train on their way to somewhere. On the airplane, they're playing games everywhere. entertaining themselves. Fourth is communication. Think about how you communicate with your social network. Via text, via Skype, via Snap, via tweet, via direct message. The actual phone call has diminished dramatically, and it's been replaced with different communication platforms. And also I would tell you connection. One of the great blessings of social media for me is I feel more connected with my thousands of real friends around the world because of social media than I ever have prior to social media. I know what's going on in their life. I can see what's happening. I can wish them a happy birthday. I can manage a lot of relationships that was more difficult to manage in real, face to face, because all of us have only so much time. So entertainment, news, games, communication, connection, the world's changed. And I will tell you, let me give you some statistics when it comes to social media. Right now, there's 2.5 billion people on planet Earth connected to social media. And that number is growing exponentially every single day. Facebook by itself is King Kong. It has over 1.7 billion users today and growing. YouTube has over 1 billion users. It surpasses all the television networks combined when it comes to minutes and hours viewed on a daily basis. It's just a monster. Instagram has over 500 million. Twitter has over 300 million. LinkedIn and Pinterest have over 100 million each. Snapchat is exploding. This is big. It's powerful, and it's not going away. I think we'd have to agree that it's not going away, right? So, if it's not going away, here's the one thing that I was taught early on by one of my original mentors. His name was Michael Nelson. He learned it from Larry Thompson, who I also learned it from Jim Rohn and a bunch of different people, mentors through the profession. There's a difference between concepts and techniques. Concepts stay the same. Concepts are permanent. Concepts stand the test of time. The concept of finding people to talk to is going to be here for the next 10,000 years. The concepts of inviting people to understand what it is that you have, that concept is going to stay the same forever. Now the concepts are permanent, techniques are temporary. Techniques come and go. When I first got started in network marketing, guess what was the number one most used technique to finding prospects? Guess what it was? Outside of your warm market. Here's what it was. Running ads in your local newspaper. That was the technique of the day. That was what got the phone to ring, what kept people busy. We were talking to people all week long. We were interviewing people, getting together with people looking for opportunity, and we were running ads in the local weekly newspaper in order to be able to generate the leads that we wanted to keep us busy between warm market appointments. That was the technique of the day. Now, did that change? Of course. The technique changed. The concept stayed. The technique changed. Now, today you have an opportunity that is just literally endless because of social media, to be able to use social media as a technique and understand it's not going to replace the fundamentals. That you're still going to have to blend high touch with high tech. You're still going to have to build personal relationships, face to face, belly to belly, meaningful, trustful, right? Relationships. That, if you don't build that, what you're going to use with social media is going to be temporary. It's not going to have any stickiness. It's not going to have any retention. You're going to have a high dropout rate. People will join easy, they'll quit easy. Because relationship causes people to move further and give themselves a better chance for success than not having relationship. So understand, we're going to explore this as a technique, understanding that we're using it to answer the concept with what's going on in the world today. Make sense? All right, so the 5 strategies, I promised you I was going to give you 5 strategies. I'm actually probably going to end up giving you more, just because I have dozens and dozens of strategies from my personal experience and also from all the research that we've done in the last 18 months. But I don't mind over delivering. You came here for 5. I'm going to give you some more than that. Guys, as we're filming this, will you just let me know? I want to make sure that we're pretty close to the time that we said we were going to be, about an hour long. So if you just let me know I've gone 20 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever it happens to be, just hold up a little card and let me know as we go, okay? All right. I want to make sure I'm respecting your time, but I also want to make sure I'm giving you as much value as I possibly can. So, tip number 1, strategy number 1 is identify your passions. Identify your passions. When I did all the research through the top performers in network marketing, I saw that they identified their passions outside of their business. Now, let me give you some ideas for that. And I'm gonna give you homework to identify 3 to 5 passions that are not directly connected to your product or opportunity. 3 to 5 passions. Now, it might be shoes. It might be travel. It might be being a parent. It might be flowers. It might be fashion. It could be a sport. It could be a sporting team. It could be cooking. It could be fast cars. It could be a number of things. And as I'm going through this, think about the stuff that just really lights you up, makes you happy. 3 to 5 things that excite you and also kind of define you. People know you. They know that you're passionate about boating. You love to be out on the water. Or, they know you're passionate about hiking or cycling or some activity. They know you're or collecting something, quilting. You pick it, doesn't matter. But you're passionate about it, okay? Health, fitness, you name it. So why is this important? This is how you're going to use these passions to attract like-minded individuals that are out there on social media that will want to align with you simply because they have the same passion as you do. If you love a sports team and you connect with somebody else who loves the same sports team, your chances of building rapport go up dramatically, right? Whatever it happens to be. So 1, identify the passion. 2, start posting about your passion. Start posting about the thing that makes you happy. If it's about cycling, post about breakthroughs in technology for cyclists. Post about the Tour de France. Post about your opinions on Lance Armstrong. Post about different water packs or different brake systems, or maybe interview and talk to some of the top cyclists in your local market and put that up there. And all of a sudden you're going to start to attract all these other people that are into cycling just like you. And you're going to build a level of rapport. And you can grab articles that on cycling and you could post that, and you could just become known as that person who is passionate about that. It might be about parenting. There might be a great idea about how to put your kids to bed, a great idea about how to get your kids to eat their vegetables, a great idea about sibling rivalry and how to deal with that inside of the household, or terrible twos, and what do you do to be able to manage that. And if it's about parenting, let's say that's one of your passions, find a way to start posting about that. You start to be interesting to people that think like you and have same passions as you. And when you start doing that, now you can go to and search, go into that, Facebook as an example, go into that search bar and search parenting and see what comes up, and go into those groups, go into those pages and bring them some value. And then they're going to post one of the articles that you put up, or your idea, or your thought, or your picture, or your video, or the article that you saw in Parenting Magazine, or whatever it happens to be. And all of a sudden, there starts to build a rapport with you. They start liking your stuff, and it's easy for them to like your stuff, isn't it? Because they're already passionate about it. So what I've seen with the top people in network marketing, they're not posting about their product or service. They're not posting about their company. They're posting about their passion. And they're using the passion to attract new people to interact with them. And as they interact with them, they find ways to convert those people to prospects, and then prospects to customers or distributors, and then show them how to duplicate the process along the way. Okay? So focus on your passion versus having your company product be your passion. That's what I see too many people do. Is let me tell you about my product. Let me tell you about my product. Let me tell you about my product. Here's a picture of my product. Here's the link for my product. Let me tell you about my product. Really boring stuff. Nobody's interested. People are going to tune you out. You wonder why you don't get any likes, comments, shares, tags. The reason why you don't is because everybody sees you as an infomercial. Bring value to the world, right? Now, let me talk to you about how I use this first principle of identifying your passions for the Network Marketing Pro community. My passion was entrepreneurship inside of network marketing. That was my passion. My passion was and is to inspire, to educate, to validate, to encourage, to motivate, right? To be a friend to the people in the network marketing community. So I started in 2009 posting on my original page and then a group page and eventually a fan page, ideas on how to become a network marketing professional. With a long tail approach that I was just going to serve. And to date, I put out over 1,500 videos for free on the topic. I've interviewed everybody there is to interview. Not everybody, but a lot of people I've interviewed, put up the interviews, right? Wrote a book on the subject, did all these different kinds of things, created a documentary, these little short films, all these different kinds of things that I've done over the course of since 2009. What did that do? It attracted people who are passionate about the same things I'm passionate about, like you. That's probably why you're watching, because somehow you got connected to Network Marketing Pro because I started posting about my passion. Now, I wouldn't encourage you to pick network marketing as one of your passions, even if it is, because you're not necessarily going to be attracting prospects with that approach. What you need to do is focus on photography, focus on, swimming, focus on whatever you want that will attract people that will be natural prospects. Now, if you're in health and beauty, maybe fashion would be a good thing to think about as far as a passion, if it is a passion of yours. If you're in health and nutrition, maybe it's food, healthy food, who knows? But think about the things that you're passionate about. Start posting about that on a daily basis and be patient with it. You'll start to be able to build your tribe. Okay, so that's strategy number 1. Strategy number 2, friends first, business second. I see too many people go out there and they meet someone on social media and then they immediately just launch into a pitch. You keep your career options open, you're open for an opportunity. I'm looking for 3 people. I mean, just come on. Build rapport, build a relationship. You have time, more than you think. And so long as you really build relationship and interaction with other human beings, it's easy for those people to connect with you and find out what it is that you're looking for or what it is that you're doing, and it might match with what they're looking for. So I'll give you an example. How do you build friend first? Have you ever noticed that when somebody likes your post, you automatically like them a little bit more? There might be somebody you don't even like that much, but all of a sudden you start seeing them liking your post, and all of a sudden you're like, I kind of like this person now. If they comment positively, oh, you really like them. If they share, oh, best buddies. This is amazing, right? So connecting with other people's posts, what I would do if I was you, once you start connecting and attracting some people based upon the passions that you have, I would make sure that you see their stuff, turn on notifications from those people so you see their stuff in your feed, and just make a habit of liking and commenting. Send them a direct message on an important day, congratulate them on something that's happened in their life, offer up some advice or assistance, build rapport, start building a little communication, a little conversation, and then at an appropriate time, if you do that with 100 people, there's always going to be daily, there's going to be somebody that says, tell me more about what you do. Daily. Or you could reach out to them and say, look, we've been talking for a while and I've been thinking about you And I think I might have something that could be a fit for you. It could be a help for you. I don't know if you're open to it or not, but maybe we get on the phone and let's talk about it. Okay? Or get on Skype or whatever and let's talk about it. So, friends first, business second. Friends first, rapport, maybe let me rephrase it. Friends first, rapport second, build rapport. Build some familiarity, build some comfort, build some trust, and then have a conversation to see if this might be for them. Our goal in all of this, in moving our products and services and helping other people join our business, is to help them with education and understanding. That's our goal, to educate them to the point that they understand what it is that we have. Our goal is not to convince them. Our goal is not to persuade them. Our goal is not to twist their arms or trick them. Our goal is to educate them to the point that they understand what it is that we have. And you have a better chance of doing that if you build friendship and rapport first. So that's strategy number 2. Strategy number 3 is be yourself. Be authentic. Be transparent. But be your best self. Be yourself, but be your best self. Here's an example of what not to do in strategy number 3. If you're having a bad day, just go, oh, today sucks. I hate the world. I hate this. My ex is doing this. And my boss is a jerk. And the weather's terrible. And blah. Who cares? Who wants to see that? Nobody wants to see you talking about how depressed you are. Okay? Now, on the other side of that is be authentic. I think part of the reason why we've been successful in attracting the incredible group of people like you inside of the Network Marketing Pro community is because people can sense that I'm for real. They can sense that I'm sincere. They can sense that I'm authentic. They can sense that I'm not too scripted. If I make a mistake, I'm going to make a mistake and I'm just going to laugh it off, right? I'm human. I'm not trying to be professional and super polished all the time. And I think so it's okay to be raw so long as it's not negative raw. That doesn't mean, let me give you, I'm flipping back and forth in my mind. There's times when I'll go on a rant. I'll rant against some injustice, but I don't leave it there. I always end up with a positive solution at the end. If there's somebody who's, bad-mouths network marketing, for example, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to educate them. I'm going to use that as a teaching moment to be able to educate them. So I'm going to be myself, but I'm going to be my best self. I'm going to, so how does this translate to you? Have your best photo as your profile picture. Have an incredibly inspiring, amazing photo or piece of graphics for your cover photo, right? Put up pretty stuff of what's going on in your life. Even if you got to take a lot of pictures in order to be able to get a good one. Put up a good one, right? Tell people about being hopeful in the world and being bright and shining in the world. The most successful social media people are authentic, they're raw, they're real, they've got heart, and you can just sense they're having fun. It's not Debbie Downer, it's not some boring thing. You can sense they're having a good time. So be yourself, be authentic, but be your best self. Put shine up a little bit before you get out there. Put a smile on your face before you get out there, right? I have to remind myself because I'll get all in my head. And I got to just remind myself to lighten up and have fun. So have passion, be yourself, but be your best self, okay? And let me talk to you about one other aspect of be your best self. Some of you have very strong opinions on religion, on sexuality, on race, on politics. If you want to build a big business inside of network marketing, my suggestion to you is avoid those topics. Because you'll automatically, no matter what you do, you will offend 50% of your audience, no matter what you do. And why would you want to limit your audience? I mean, unless it's a huge part of your brand, I think it's a mistake. This is just my opinion, and it's the opinion of everybody we talked to that had big success building a business. That doesn't mean you can't have strong spiritual beliefs. You just shouldn't necessarily be pounding that or making enemies out of people who don't believe exactly how you believe. Okay? So think about that. And in these types of, I had a friend ask me recently, because he was being really aggressive, using some profanity in his posts, and he's a leader. He said, do you think I should tone it down? People are saying I should tone it down. And my answer was, in all of these different aspects, my father taught me this, take a look at what, if I go do this, if I say this word, if I say the F word, what is it going to buy me if I say that? What is it going to advance in my career? What's it going to benefit me? And on the other side, what could it cost me? What could it cost me to offend part of my audience? Have people tune out? Have people to tell other people not to tune in because of that? Who will I attract because of it? And who will I repel if I do it? So if the benefit doesn't outweigh the risk, don't do it. Just avoid it. You could still be interesting. You could still have passion. You could still have fun. Now listen, I've got lots of friends. You know, Tony Robbins likes to cuss. Gary Vaynerchuk likes to cuss. They like it. It's part of their brand. I personally don't think it serves them. That's their choice. I personally don't think it serves them. And I learned that from Jim Rohn. He just said in a business environment, some things cost too much. So if you're going to alienate the marketplace, just be conscious about it. You don't need to use that word in order to be able to show your passion or show that you're a rebel or show that you're, you know what I mean? Be yourself, be your best self, and try to be inclusive in the community to not limit your potential prospects, because that's what you'll do. Okay? So I'm not judging you if you do it. I don't judge Tony or Gary, the other people, others of my friends that do it. I just know that there's a consequence. Rather than looking at it as right or wrong, I just look at it as a consequence, and I choose personally not to do it. So be yourself, be your best self. That's third strategy. Fourth strategy, let's talk about time management. Because managing your time inside of social media is really a big deal. Managing your time, because we can get lost. We can just start scrolling and the whole day will go by and we've been scrolling and liking and doing all that other stuff. Be honest with yourself at the beginning. Am I spending most of my time interacting with other distributors already? Or am I interacting with prospects? Where do you want to be spending more of your time? Interacting with prospects or other distributors? Prospects, right? Unless it's people on your team and that need some inspiration, need a push. They don't need a like, they need a push, right? So if you are watching endless videos that aren't serving a purpose, if you are scrolling, if you find yourself losing 4, 5, 6, 8 hours and it's not productive hours, it's not used to set an appointment, it's not moving forward a prospect, you have to learn how to be social on purpose. This strategy is be social on purpose. Manage your time. Set a goal every day. How many people of like passions are you going to be attracting to you through your efforts, through your posts, through your comments, through your interaction, through your communication? How many a day, every single day? How many a day are you going to be moving towards, moving from friend, follower, fan to prospect, prospect to customer, customer to distributor? Where are they in that continuum as far as their education is concerned? Be conscious of this. Just make sure that you are not losing time. I think you can effectively manage your social media if you're serious and you're focused on it and you're building aggressively in a couple hours a day of focused effort. A couple hours a day of focused effort, and you can build a dynasty utilizing social media to be able to supplement all the offline efforts that you're engaged in. And the only other thing I will tell you here is be honest. Be honest with yourself when it comes to, are you wasting time or are you investing time? Are you spending time or investing time when it comes to social media? Think about the time management here and make sure you're not lulled to sleep, because every one of the platforms is doing its best to keep your eyeballs focused inside of their platform, because that drives all of their financial agendas. Make sure that you're driving your own agenda, not somebody else's agenda. Okay? So that's number 4. Number 5, I'm going to give you a don't and a do. Don't spam. Don't constantly post about your company, constantly post about your product, constantly post about all your brag points. Don't do it on your wall. Don't do it on other people's walls. Don't do it in unsolicited direct messages. Don't tag people that you didn't, that weren't asked if they could be tagged or wasn't connected to them. You just do it to get some traffic. Don't spam. Do create curiosity. So instead of saying, I work with company A, B, and C, and I get to work from home, direct message me now if you'd like to know how to do it too, right? Instead of saying that, say, I love the fact that I get to work from home. I am so blessed that I found an entrepreneurial path that worked with my crazy schedule. End. Just end there. And have everybody go, how? They'll start reaching out to you. How did you do that? And then don't answer in the thread. Keep the curiosity. Start creating a direct message chat, or get them offline and have a conversation. I love the fact I get to drive my kids to school while other people are stuck in traffic going to a job that they don't love. End. Creates curiosity. I love the fact that I get to help other people become entrepreneurs. Here's the latest. Meet John. He was unhappy with his job, and John, now has independence, and he's creating his future the way he wants it. Congratulations, John. End. Don't spam. Create curiosity. People will come to you, and they really will. All right. That's 5, but I'm going to give you a couple more. I have so many more, but I'm going to give you a couple more. There's a book, I wish I had it in front of me. It was called The Name Above the Title. And it was about Frank Capra. And Frank Capra was a movie director, and Frank Capra created It's a Wonderful Life, Lost Her Eyes, and a whole bunch of older movies, but most people know him from It's a Wonderful Life. And he wrote this book about his whole process. And the first page of the book says there is one rule in filmmaking. And I think that same rule applies to social media. Thou shalt not be boring. If you're boring, it's the worst. You've got to have fun. You've got to lighten it up. You've got to, get out there and do something crazy. Don't be boring. Do something outrageous. Don't be boring with whatever your passion is, whatever you're posting. Be a little bit bigger than life. Be a little bit happier than the average person. Be a little bit more optimistic than everybody else. Be a little bit more energetic than anybody else. Have a little bit more passion. Have a little bit more drive. Have more fun pictures. Have more fun videos. Nobody wants boring. Nobody wants to follow boring. Take a look at the big social media giants. In network marketing, outside of network marketing. Guess what they all have in common? They're interesting. Find a way to be interesting. Find something interesting to talk about. Okay? Thou shalt not be boring. And one other tip that I'm going to give you. And I hope I piqued your interest with all this, because listen, there is a methodology. In the last 18 months, I've learned the methodology. necessary for you to be able to totally crack the code and to be able to go all the way to the top. In this 1 hour, I'm hoping I'm whetting your appetite that you want to do this now. And the people that I see having success, they're not all 22-year-old women. They're 55-year-old men. They're people who are retired, people who work in corporate, people who've never touched technology before, people are still confused about Facebook. They're still getting results because they're following a predictable plan of action. I'm going to share that with you in a minute. But let me give you the biggest tip when it comes to mastering it. Decide you're going to do it. Decide you're going to master it. Decide that you're going to learn it. Decide nobody's going to stop you. And then just plan, do, review. The greatest learning principle I've ever learned in my life was make a plan, do the plan, and then review the plan. See how you did? And then make a better plan. Do that plan, review that. Make a better plan, do that plan, review that. It doesn't matter where you start, but if you use that plan, do, review principle after making a decision you're going to do it, you're going to win. I decided I was going to start Network Marketing Pro in February 2009. February. In March, early March, March 11th, 2009, I started Network Marketing Pro. Did I know how to do it? Nope. I just decided I was going to start. I was going to plan, do, review. And I started that first week, and I put up my first video, and I planned, do, reviewed. And then I started figuring out what I was going to do, and that led to the next thing, and that led to the fan page, and it led to YouTube, and it led to Instagram, and it led to Twitter, and it led to all these different things that I do. And then I started seeing that people like to see pictures with little quotes on them. Oh, plan, do, review, start doing that. Well, people like seeing these Facebook Lives so long as they're interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Plan, do, review on that, right? Whatever it happens to be, whatever's working, I'm going to adjust. I'm going to adjust, and I'm going to stay ahead of the game. You cannot beat someone who uses plan, do, review if they've made a decision. You can't beat them. Doesn't matter where they start, because they will just wear down all the competition. So if you're serious about growing your network marketing business and you want to see huge leverage using this technique and connecting it with the concepts that are going to work for forever, then I've got something interesting for you. Let me just recap before I talk about that. We've talked about identifying your passions, friend first, business second, be yourself but be your best self, time management, and being social on purpose and being honest with yourself about the time you're spending. Don't spam, but create curiosity. Thou shalt not be boring. And plan, do, review. So here's what I got to tell you. And this is maybe the most important part of this whole webinar. I hope you got value so far. I think you're going to really get value in the next 10 minutes or so. But over just a few years, social media has become a bigger part of society, and more businesses are using it to connect to consumers. And network marketing is no exception. But there are those who are using social media, and they're really doing a lot of damage to their business and to the profession as a whole. They're posting things like join me, or they're writing to their friends and telling them to join. They're just doing the inappropriate things that we talked about and treating everyone on social media like someone to get rather than someone to friend up. And all this is doing is turning people away. No one on social media wants to see join me all the time. They ignore those posts or they block them. So all those network marketers are doing is hurting themselves and giving the profession a black eye in the process. And then there are those who are using social media in a positive way. They're building these massive organizations through the strategies that they've developed through social media. So the network marketing profession is at a crossroads when it comes to social media. We could continue to just let everyone do whatever they're doing on social media, or we could band together to clean this thing up, and then everyone in this profession could see the real growth in their business. I'm choosing to band together and work with all of you to clean up this profession and use social media the right way. Because I want to see more people than ever succeed in this profession. I want to watch someone go from making a few hundred a month to a few thousand a month and more. I want to see someone grow a team of 20 people in their small town to a team of 2,000 people across the country. With social media, that's possible, but only if you use it correctly. So if you're someone who's really committed to effectively utilizing social media to grow your business. You might be wondering what strategies you can use to recruit more customers and distributors, create a duplicatable system for your team to use without damaging your business in the process. You're obviously invested in growing your business and your team. You want to develop your skills and branch out to new areas. And you know that social media is a powerful tool to incorporate in your business. So I want to tell you about my new master course, Social Media Mastery. It's a brand new course. And before I tell you a little bit more about it, just got to tell you, when I got this in my mind, that the social media was finally ready for people to step into and to be able to utilize to get personal results and also duplication, I did research. We interviewed 77 different people from around the world who each recruited more than 100 people personally utilizing social media. 77 different people, 12 countries, 22 companies, and we interviewed all of them. So it's like 77 hours of content to be able to find out what was working and what wasn't working. And we use that to be able to find the clues. I believe success leaves clues. And in this case, it certainly did. And what I want to do is just go over exactly what my social media mastery course is and how it can help you. If it's right for you, then I want you to get it. If it's not right for you, I don't want you to get it. I'm not going to do this with a lot of fanfare. I'm not going to do this with any hype. Here's what it is. Over this past several years, I've done the research. I've spent thousands of dollars on coaching, and I've interviewed 77 top leaders and earners who've recruited hundreds of people through social media, over 100 each. I've done all the homework, invested a lot of time and money, and I finally cracked the code. And I figured out all of the best practices and strategies to use social media to grow a strong business and duplicate that success within your team. And I took all of that knowledge and I put it into an online master course that I'm sharing with you so that everyone can learn the secrets to getting the most out of social media in the best way possible. This webinar is part of what I've developed and learned, but the master course is the ultimate result. Much more in depth, but still learnable for the average person. It's built for everybody in the profession, whether they're just getting started out or even if they're more advanced in their career, to learn everything they need to know to fully incorporate social media into your business. So here's what it is. Social Media Mastery is a step-by-step guide that will show you how to integrate a robust and effective online marketing strategy. In this master course, you're going to hear all the best strategies from myself, 77 of the top leaders and earners in the profession. In Social Media Mastery, you're going to learn how to create a brand for yourself. So important to create a brand for yourself and for your business. Something that you're proud of, that we started talking about with passions. We're going to teach you how to attract friends, fans, and followers on social media, more than you ever thought possible. Inside of Network Marketing Pro, we have about approaching 1.5 million on Facebook alone. And we're going to share those secrets that I've done to do that, but also what other people have done. How to expand your reach with social media, how to cultivate relationships with followers, how to turn those followers into prospects. So if you want to expand the reach of your business, cultivate an ever-growing list of prospects, build a stronger team over long distances, understand the ins and outs of using social media the right way and integrating new strategies into your business, then this is for you. Here's how we're going to do it. Over 7 video modules, I'll walk you through the best practices and strategies to incorporate social media into your business. In Module 1, I'm going to discuss why social media is an effective and necessary tool to expand your business. In Module 2, I'll show you how to develop your personal brand so that you portray a positive image that will attract more people to you. In Module 3, you'll learn the do's and don'ts of expanding your brand and reaching out to others on social media, how to do it right, how to avoid doing it wrong. In Module 4, you're going to get the confidence and skills to turn your followers and fans into prospects without being spammy or salesy. I know a lot of you are concerned about that. I don't want to feel spammy or salesy with my prospects. I'm going to show you exactly what the best people in the world do to convert those prospects into or those fans and followers into prospects without being spammy or salesy. In Module 5, we're going to discuss how to start the conversation with prospects both online and offline so you can recruit more customers and distributors. In Module 6, I'll show you how social media can be used to train and communicate with your team in addition to prospecting. And in Module 7, you'll take all of the strategies from this course and create a duplicatable system so that your team can go out and incorporate social media into their businesses as well. Plus, on top of the 7, you'll get 2 bonus course videos and downloadable transcripts. In bonus video 1, we're going to review the top social media platforms used in network marketing specifically, strategies for using video, and simple technology tips for maximizing platforms. There's some do's and don'ts within the different platforms. In bonus video 2, you're going to hear from several top experts who share their do's and don'ts of expanding their brand. We have an extensive do's and don'ts list here. It's a lot of fun, and it's also incredibly valuable. And the downloadable transcripts will allow you to follow along with every single manual. We have transcripts for every single one. We have a workbook for the entire process, okay? So if you're ready to expand your business to new cities or countries, ready to cultivate an ever-growing list of prospects, ready to master social media, build a stronger team over long distances, if you're ready to understand the ins and outs of using social media the right way, if you're ready to integrate new strategies into your business, then this is for you. Listen, the way the world communicates and shares information has radically shifted. We've gone from reading the newspaper and watching the TV to getting our news and entertainment sitting on our computers or with our iPads or streaming everything. We get our news from Facebook and Twitter feeds. We stay connected to friends and family across the country. We join online communities where we make friends from all over the world. Social media has become a significant part of our lives. 2.5 billion people are connected to social media networks, and not just millennials. People of all ages and demographics are being drawn to social media. If all of these people, all of your future prospects are spending their time on social media, why wouldn't you reach out to them with social media and doing it the right way? Just imagine what it would be worth to you to build a strong presence on social media. What would it be worth to you to recruit 1 or 5 people on social media? What would it be worth? What would it be worth to you to expand your business outside of your region and begin recruiting more people to another state or country? What would it be worth if you could have an unlimited list of prospects? Prospects actually came to you. What would it be worth if you could train your whole team to work from the same system? They can go out there and recruit from an unending list of prospects on social media and expand to even further regions around the world. Social media can help you connect to and reach an unlimited number of new prospects, build a massive team, reach new heights of success, and you have to know how to do it right. I've cracked the code. My social media mastery course, I'm so excited about it. Gives you all the secrets to blend the online strategies of social media with the offline. All those strategies you're already using in your business. And it gives all of it to you so you can make a duplicatable system that you can share with your team. Now, with all the homework, time, and money I've invested in developing this master course, it's easily worth $700. We thought about launching it for $700. A while ago, I launched a beta test of this course. I wanted to get people to try it and tell me what they thought. And I charged about $500, $497. Believe me, it's worth every penny with all the information and coaching it contains. Like I said, the research from 77 different 100 recruit people, plus all of the stuff that I've learned. But since you're watching this webinar, and since I want everyone to be able to learn how to use social media correctly, I want to do something ridiculous. I want to make sure it's just absolutely a no-brainer, the easiest decision you've ever made in growing your career. Because I do believe that an investment into your career, an investment into your growth, your mindset, your skills. I spend hundreds of thousands of dollars a year in my learning. I think you spending hundreds, not hundreds of thousands, in your learning is important. And taking the step will help you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to sell it for $700. I'm not going to sell it for $500. Normally, after this, I'm going to give you a special price in a moment. But after this, I will tell you, if you go to our site, you're going to see it for $497. That's what it's good. If you're not part of this webinar, that's what it sells for. Okay? The fact that you're here, I'm going to let you get this master course, all 7 modules, plus the 2 bonus modules, plus the workbooks, plus the transcripts, All for $297. All you need to do is go to networkmarketingpro.com/social media, networkmarketingpro.com/social media. Go to that link, purchase your course. You're going to get an email confirming your purchase with instructions to immediately access it online. As soon as you're done with this, you can start to absorb this information. Then get ready to ignite your business and break out on social media. If you want to expand your reach, expand the reach of your business, cultivate an ever-growing list of prospects, build a stronger team over longer distances, understand the ins and outs of using social media the right way, and integrate strategies into your business, go to networkmarketingpro.com/social media and get your course now. I'm 100% sure that you're going to find value in this master course, but if for some reason you're not completely satisfied, I'm giving you my 30-day money-back guarantee. Just contact our support team. We'll give you a full refund within 30 days of your purchase, no questions asked. Pretty good deal, right? Why do I do such a crazy deal? I want to see more people mastering social media. I want to see more people doing it right. I want to help educate the people who are doing it wrong. I believe the people out there, people that are watching this, that have the most people on their teams that have mastered social media, get this course and master this discipline, those people are going to win. So register. Or not. Register if you see value here. If you don't, then don't. But if you register for this course, you're going to be able to crack the code for using social media to take your business to the new level. I'll walk you through step by step. Best practices and strategies. And you might be worried, I'm a beginner with this. This might be too in-depth for me. No. We cover this in conceptual chunks so that it's going to work over time. It's going to work on different platforms. It's going to work as technology changes. This is the best practices inside of social media from all these top earners. But look, don't just take my word for it on how it will help you. Here's some feedback from people all over the world who've already gone through this course and the results that they've had. Rial Andrews from California says, "It's been an incredible year since I've implemented the strategies from social media mastery into my business. I totally revamped the way I use social media to build my business. I'm now recruiting an average of 8 people a week, have expanded my business in the UK, reached the next leadership level, become a top recruiter in my company, and obtained many more goals. Social media mastery has empowered me to grow as a leader, spread my wings, and better serve my team." Tran Lee from Vietnam says, "After I went through social media mastery, I was able to double the number of my followers on social media. I started sharing my experience and people began reaching out to me and adding me as a friend. I've grown my team by 20% per month. It's been so amazing for me and I'm still working to understand more." And Steve Ottewell from the UK says, "The social media mastery course came at just the right time for me. After following the teachings of the course, I found many leaders and new people more inclined to speak with me and build a friendship. I personally enrolled 22 people in my first 30 days. This mastery course has been like having Eric Worre in my home, watching over and guiding me." And those are just a few of the hundreds of testimonials we've received from social media mastery already. You can use it to build long-distance team and have a never-ending stream of prospects. And if you're not completely satisfied with the product, get a full refund within 30 days. Just let us know. And the exclusive price isn't available forever either. The special $297 price is only available for a very limited time. After that, the price is going up to $500. So take advantage of the exclusive offer before it's gone. One more time, with social media mastery, you will expand the reach of your business, cultivate an ever-growing list of prospects, build a stronger team over longer distances, understand the ins and outs of social media the right way, and integrate new strategies into your business. I know you're committed to growing your business and strengthening your team. You wouldn't be watching this webinar if you weren't. So commit to going to the next level. Commit to mastering social media and using it the correct way. Commit to utilizing the best strategies. Go to networkmarketingpro.com/social media now and get your master course. If you don't get the course, use what we trained with you today. That'll get you started. But if you want to get going fast, get the course, okay? I hope you got value here as always. I hope you got information as always. I hope it was a good use of your time as always. Network marketing, as we all know, is not perfect. But if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, it's better. Let's go out there and tell the world. Let's go out there and make a difference. Together, we're doing important work. The world's not served by you playing small. Let's go play big. Everybody have a great day. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.